Yeah, we smoke tobacco around here. What up? Are we live? Are we live?
Yo, what up?
Hello,
What's up?
everyone. Everyone. Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
it's me.
Yeah, that's right. Take that.
And those guys.
Ham days.
Dude. We're like blown out
Dude.
Like,
light-wise.
I see.
I literally turned the exposure down.
Is there too much light?
look at it. Spread it out a little more.
Do we have too much light?
Exposure.
Was it too much? Was it too much for you? Can you not handle? Oh, that's very dark. That's very dark right there. Was it too much?
It's definitely an improvement on the quality we've had. Have you had to zoom at all?
No.
Did you zoom into it?
I guess think about that.
I think it looks good.
Can't help that my glasses are
Glaring. Glare central.
Should just get contacts, I guess.
Yeah, contacts would solve a lot of
be
things.
way cooler.
We're not gonna have a poll about that. I can't afford contacts. That shit's expensive.
Check. Check.
Too much.
All right. Well, hello, everyone.
What up?
Welcome to Guys Talk,
Episode 1.
episode 1. I'm the Vanella boy, spelled with an E, not an I.
Seth A.M.
I already introduced myself.
Oh,
I slipped it in there.
wow.
Per
Nice.
usual.
Um,
Fit in, get in when I fit in.
Had a schedule.
obviously, we're missing someone.
We're missing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly.
The guys are down to 3.
This is the guys. You're looking at the guys.
Yeah, we've had to part ways with a member for conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of going down two different paths.
And we want the podcast to be harmonious, of course.
Yeah.
So we had to part ways.
But we're here now.
We already said the title, right?
Yeah, I said welcome to Guys Talk.
Yeah, guys talk.
So this is guys talk. You're going to listen to guys talk.
True.
The guys talk. I still want the guys talk.
Yeah, I
In the
would love
background.
like if anyone watching can imagine neon signs behind us
Or knows how to make neon signs.
We could edit
Right.
it that way.
for free.
Yeah.
For free, even.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Wanna-
niche.
You want
Yeah.
to support the guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
So yeah, this is gonna feel very new. Brand new. The guys are down to 3 of us.
Oh.
So when are we going to be doing these?
Every Wednesday? Or just every Thursday?
I think it's
Wednesday?
Wednesday, typically at noon, but sometimes depending on what we're planning to do on the podcast, we might have it later at night for a topic or an activity or an event that might be better fitting at night.
Fair like drinking?
Yes.
Yo.
Fuck, dude.
We're going to have all new thumbnails and visuals.
I didn't post a video.
Oh shit. Damn. You were literally like talking about that too.
Yeah,
True.
my fucking computer was bugging.
Fair. Dude, so we haven't been live in not like this for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean.
And we missed 2 whole weeks.
Yeah.
And then the week before that, we did on Discord, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think we've done an in-person
No.
one. Did we do in person?
Keaton came to us.
For episode 30?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Man, that's a tragedy, too, because I actually really like that episode.
It was the last episode.
Yeah. We made it to 30. Well, We would have had 31, but somebody fucked up.
Dude, I feel like he thought you did that on purpose.
That would be crazy. Because it was literally like my birthday, and I was like, it's my own fault because I was hurrying. But I deleted everything in like the days folder because it shouldn't have been in the days folder, but it was. So I deleted the original episode 30, I think.
No, it was episode 29.
Was it? Okay, so
Yeah.
I deleted the first 29th episode. Shadley.
The lost episode.
Shadley.
The lost episode.
Well, I don't know if we want to talk about this here because I'm sure it's just going to flesh out organically. But like, what is guys talk? Is there any border around guys talk? Like, what is it? Are we just chilling? Are we just what up ganging?
I'd say it's us. This podcast is about us and our personalities. We want our audience to get to know us. Our individual audiences, as you know, Seth AM, the Vanilla Boy, Days, and then we also, as the guys, we want to just engage with the people who follow us and the people who are interested in what we're doing, and give them a little taste of our personality behind the scenes. Like, who is the Vanilla Boy? What's he think about the world? What's he think about?
Dude,
Fair.
we've been talking so much about that recently.
Right.
True.
So, I mean, that's what you're going to get here is an inside look at us and who we are and what we believe and what we think is funny and what we think is dumb and what we think about the world.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like we spark agreements and disagreements.
For
Fair.
sure.
Very polarizing.
For sure.
But that's all I had to say about that.
I mean, lots of big opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Things that people may or may not agree with. But nevertheless, being said anyways.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask you, unless you had more.
No.
What's going on with the Vanilla Boy right now? Seems like you're evolving
Yeah, I mean,
quite rapidly.
I'm definitely stepping up my social media game right now.
Facts.
I am posting hella content, getting
There's a-
lots of hate.
There's a compilation we were reviewing last night.
Yeah, true.
Dude. I
Um,
just had an idea.
yeah, we have like plenty of lanes that we're getting into right now. Me specifically, I'm posting a remix that I've done, trying to market that. If you want to go check it out, you can see it on my social medias at the Vanilla Boy, spelled with an E, not an I. But other than that, just kind of getting everything set up for where we're gonna head with this. I haven't really been doing much else.
Dude, what if you did a video of, like you did another Die Trying remix video, but instead with like all the hate comments, like popping up?
I mean,
I could
to
see
be
that being
honest,
fucking funny, bro.
I was thinking about like responding to one with a video at some point.
I see that shit being funny,
just
bro.
like just to give another reason to post it. I don't know.
Yeah.
For sure. Video responses are
Yeah.
fucking great.
But I'm trying also to not give these guys so much clout.
Fair. I mean, they put themselves in a box to not be able to get clout. Most of
True.
them have like black profile pictures and like,
Nothing on their page.
and they're using the same emojis as the other people.
Bots.
yeah.
Saying the same.
Dude, they're real
shit.
bots.
Yeah, even if they're
Real
literally
bots.
a human, they are a bot.
Yeah. They
Fair.
all post the same comment.
This shit pissed me off.
Bro. I don't understand getting pissed.
I don't either.
It's like you're mad that I'm doing something and you're not. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
for a
what,
music
what other
video.
reason are you pissed?
Ego.
You feel like stopping, going to the comments, and letting the creator know how you feel about
While the
it.
video's playing in the background, so I'm just
True.
getting more time on my videos.
No way they're smart enough to pause that shit with the comments they're leaving. No way.
And then they come back to respond
Yes.
again. It's like, you know what? Keep it coming, bruv.
Your average watch to the end time is like going above the fucking threshold.
I'm getting like replays.
Well, Days has not been up to much here recently, if I'm being honest. Not like on the social media front. I attended an event. Oh, damn, I haven't even talked about this on the pod yet. I went to an event, not last weekend, but the weekend before. I went on a camping trip in Illinois, and I took a bunch of photos and videos for everybody. They're a bunch of survivalists. It's a survivalist community. Some people take it seriously. Some people show up for business. Some people show up for fun. It really just depends on what you want to get out of the experience. But I took a bunch of photos and videos while I was there.
What did you want to get out of the experience?
At first, I wasn't exactly sure. I mean, I knew that I wanted to talk to the people that were helping set up the thing, and I wanted to tell them who I was, especially with the Days shirt, which I would love to. I'll probably show that off at some point. But when I had the Days shirt, I was able to just go up to them and be like, hey, I'm Days. I'm a social media account. I do social media for other people. I help run their accounts and fit their niches, help get them exposure, ask them. I think interviewing is going to be one of my favorite things to do, if I'm being honest.
I could see that. I feel like we've talked about that for a long time. Like
Fair.
even back at the North 19th house, it was like, dude, I just see you interviewing big people one day because you're just good at that format. And
Do you remember, like, I was asking you all kinds of questions
Yeah.
back then? Because you were talking about, like, wanting to be famous and everything, so I was asking you questions about how you think you're going to get there, how you think it's going to be when you're there, what questions you think you'll be asked. I remember that shit. That was a long dialogue. But as for the camping trip, I had a good time. There was a severe thunderstorm warning while I was sleeping in the tent, and there was one tree that was just humongous that was hanging on like at a 55-degree angle above our tent, so that was kind of terrifying. But here I am.
you made it out.
Yeah, I made it out alive, out the slumps. They had fucking outhouses, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's better than having to shit on the
Ground.
yeah. So I'll take that over that.
The more natural way.
Right. So we had outhouses, which were mid. I met a lot of people. I posted a lot in their Facebook group. They were calling me the social media guy and the tech guy and the videographer. That was pretty cool. I've never been called things like that in my life, so that was neat.
You think that everyone there was more in the niche of survival?
Yes. They all had like this, I don't know, similar outlook on survivalism. It was like a very like formulated community. We were like some of the newest people, for sure. Dude, I stuck out like a sore thumb. They could all tell that I was not a survivalist guy, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there was definitely like a lack of trust at first.
Do you think there was like ego about it?
Yeah, only because of some stories I heard, which I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to flesh them out, but there was some skewed looks and like is this guy really going to be able to hang out here? But
Do you think they once they found out like why you were really there? Do you think they recognized the value you were bringing?
yes, I think they were scared that I was going to be like a complainer,
Yeah, like a
Right.
baby.
like
about
someone
everything.
that was ready to leave and like.
That tells you what new people probably are often
True.
like.
And my age, bro, I think the average age there was like 35. So I was
Fair.
fairly young. There was like a few
They
people that
thought-
were 18.
They thought they were gonna have to carry you on their back.
Yes. They were like, he's not going to attend the classes. He's not going to pay attention. He doesn't have the attention span for it. Probably TikTok brain.
Dude, I feel like it's the same as the comment like talking about you sleeping.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Remember you said they commented on you sleeping in longer than they did.
Oh, yes. That was John. John, I slept until 9. They get up at 6, so that's sleeping in. But they're like, damn, I thought you were going to start getting bed sores. And I was like, yep, I can feel them as I went into the outhouse. I was just like, fuck off. Like, but I had a good time. I learned a lot. I set up a tent, like a 4 or 5 person tent. It was a pretty solid tent. Learned a lot about like how sticks can be used as different tools. Like whenever you were saying, whenever we went to the camp or the Glenn Miller yesterday, and I was like, oh shit, we don't have any utensils. You're like, you find a stick? I was like, yeah, I guess so. A stick can be used for many things.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot of that. I built a rocket stove while I was out, which is where you get like a really big log or piece of wood, and you drill a hole down the center of it on the top, and then you drill a similar hole on the side of it, and then you shove hay and small sticks down there, and you light it on fire, and then you can put rocks on top and put a skillet, and you can cook shit on this log. It's pretty cool.
It's called a rocket stove because I've seen videos about this.
Fair. That was the first time I'd ever seen it.
The way you drill the holes allows air to flow. You know how hot air rises, cold air falls?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a fire's creating hot air, which is going to rise out the top of the hole, and that creates a pressure vacuum.
Fair.
So it's pulling cold air in the bottom because the hot air is literally essentially yanking it out. It's like,
It's just raising.
Yeah, it's just pulling out all the air through the tunnel. So the more the fire goes, the more the fire feeds its own self oxygen.
Dude, that shit was neat too. We were supposed to build like a real fire as well, like one in like a pit and everything. He was having me. Oh, that's him. He was having me work my way up. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
spare. I'll
chilling.
probably take one more hit. He had me start from ground zero on this fire, so he had me gather a lot of like white grass or like hay looking grass first, and then you're supposed to like he literally said if it ain't as big as your head, you're dead, is like the saying, because you want like enough of them that take up like the size of your head in your
Enough
hand.
of what?
Like the hay.
Oh, okay.
And then if you get small sticks, the same amount.
Mm.
And then, dude, as the sticks were getting bigger, and this makes sense, but he was saying, like, you should have it out to here. You should have this many sticks can fit in between, like, as far as you can hold your hands out.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't end up getting to it because that storm, sadly. But I had all the materials ready. But this leads into, like, my actual favorite part of everything, which, I mean, it did have to do with the survival, but I would say it took second place in my mind. John has a lot of talents and efforts in psychology. I'm pretty sure he went to college for it. He's been studying it for a very long time. He was in the military, so he saw some pretty extreme things. So he is very accustomed to psychology, and he would point out my psychology a lot. Not in like a derogatory way, but also that's something that they say too. They're like, hey, I'm just going to say this not in a derogatory way, but I thought that was funny. But, what the fuck? When I was collecting all these sticks, he was saying that I'm always in a hurry. He's like, you're always trying to get somewhere already right now. Like, and he was talking about how we're outside in the wilderness, away from society, so you can unplug. He was like, you're not taking the opportunity to unplug that you have right now. You're still worried about the same world, and we're not in that world for 3 more days. And he, like, sat me down and he talked to me a long time about that, and it was very helpful. He said, I'm thinking too much. I want the answer right now. I'm always in a hurry. I need to slow down. He gave me a bunch of advice like that. And then something else that I didn't tell you, there was a challenge. There was one challenge that I did while I was there, and it was like this race. Like, you were supposed to get this cup and then race to a puddle somewhere and then start cupping water into it and then run over to there while it's at the brim, but you can't spill any. It was like the challenge. John told me to do the challenge, and he was going to record me. And then he was like, this is going to be really funny to you because you say this shit all the time. He was like, I don't want you to be the person behind the camera all the time. He was like, I want you to make memories for David. What are David's memories for David instead of everybody else's memories, because I'm the one capturing all of them. And I don't know, just John saying a lot of stuff like that was very helpful. I would say that was probably the biggest benefit that I got out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very,
I want you guys to meet John.
like, a lot of those things are helpful. Like, he's not, like, attacking you for
I totally agree.
the things that he's noticing. He's trying to help you notice them yourself.
He's very helpful. He doesn't. I mean, sometimes it might seem like he's doing this, but I never take it this way because I know him better. But sometimes it sounds like he's talking down or like he's trying to, like, point out something about yourself that you should change. He's more so just
Observing.
alerting you,
Yeah.
or, like, making you aware.
Yeah, I mean, it's about how you take it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
'Cause if he's coming from a genuine place, most genuine people, I would say, can pick up on that.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to not say anything at all
Fair.
than it is to at least try to say it the right way, and maybe it come off a little like he's trying to
Blunt.
tell you what to do. But, like, the fact that
Right.
he's willing to, I don't know, it seems he's, like, kind of gentle.
Sometimes, yes. I would say that was more of the, like, no, I would agree with you. Yeah.
Like, does he ever get, like, aggressive?
Yes.
Fair.
Not, like, in that way, but just in general, yes.
Fair.
Dude, this man's life. I'm going to be doing an interview with him this Saturday, so I don't want to say too much about this dude because I'm sure he'll say plenty. But his life is something else. Speaking of what you just said about being silent, he said, I'm hearing but I'm not listening. Because I'm always searching for the answer. I'm trying to blurt out the answer. Always. And I thought that went in line with what you said about silence. I don't know if you were going to say something. I'm sorry.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience.
Yeah, it feels like you needed that.
I agree with that. And 4 days feels like 2 weeks when you've been in the same room for 8 months.
Dude, and you get to look forward to, like, you're going to be able to do it again.
True.
Yeah, dude, he's trying to invite me out to, like, certain weekends where we can just do it for a whole weekend. And we would be, like, in his backyard, which is fine because they have – his whole team of people have a bunch of skills that I do not have. Like, they were like, in Boy Scouts. Like, they know, like, 100 different types of knots. Like –
Dude, it's really funny because
I know how to tie my shoes.
I was in Boy Scouts, but like
I was never in Boy Scouts.
I wasn't retaining any of that. At least
Really?
not that I remember.
I was
Like
about to say.
maybe in the moment it might come to, but like a lot of that I wasn't really paying attention. I was just it was like something I was getting put in, not really getting explained why it made sense. And I'm just like, I'm bored.
So you were just there. You weren't, like, interested.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't understand the value.
I hear that.
Like nobody was teaching me the value of like what it was.
That's how I felt about choir.
And it also felt forced. Like I feel like a lot of things that I like shied away from in life were like forced upon me.
Sports?
I wouldn't say I was forced into sports.
Yeah, that seems like a genuine interest.
Yeah, I loved playing sports. But there were times where I wanted to quit.
Yeah, I
but
remember
my
you telling me
mom
about that.
did not let me quit sports.
Do you agree with that mentality?
I think it depends on the reason.
I agree with that.
I think because why I wanted to quit basketball, like, it's just like, I don't even get to play.
Fair.
Like, why am I even here? Like, I'm wasting my time.
Fair.
But, like, if I just want to quit because it's hard, or, like, for example, like, I didn't like cross country, but my mom made me stick it out for the year, and then I just didn't have to. She was like, you just don't have to play next year. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, I get that.
I think that's a healthy mindset on it. But also, it was like, I never would be able to. I mean, honestly, dude, when I wanted to quit basketball, I didn't even get to my mom because I just told my coach I was quitting.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I just made the decision on my own. I was like, nah, fuck this, bro. And then he fucking manipulated me back in.
How?
He, like, so at the beginning of the year, he sat down with every player before the season started, and he was like, what do you want out of this year?
Mm.
And I was like, I don't care how much I get to play. I just want to play.
Okay.
You know, because, like, every year it's the same. It's like I'm always sitting the bench just not playing.
Yeah. You told me this story.
So then, like, I tried to quit because I just didn't play that game at all.
Mm.
And I was like, what the fuck even is this? What's the point? Dude, I cried on the bus. I was, like, heartbroken about having to quit basketball. My friend had already quit because he threw a behind-the-back pass
Damn.
to me, and it was a good pass, and the coach was like, nah, we're not doing that. And it's like, it worked.
Yeah, so what was the problem? Just
It
because you
was
did
too
it.
flashy.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, dude, if it works, we're having fun. Like, why are you trying to take that away?
The NFL's flashy, is it not?
All of it is.
Yeah, like what? I don't understand.
It's just like a silly mentality.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
but yeah, he was like, I like went to him and I was like, I'm gonna have to quit. Like, I don't want to just sit the bench. Like, that's not why I'm here. I could just go play basketball at the goal A. And then he was like, well, remember at the beginning of the year you said you didn't care how much you played and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, fuck, I guess I did say that.
Yeah.
So I stayed.
Dude, I never had a natural interest in sports, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
I played baseball, but I didn't really want to.
I was just really competitive.
Fair, I was not.
Fair.
Maybe like COD Online,
Fair.
my competitive instinct would come out.
I mean, it was like I would get the same as I do like in video games. Like, it would like really piss me off. Like, if I'm not playing well.
Fair.
Like, I would get so mad. Yell.
I would throw shit. I broke my
Yeah.
TV because of Fortnite once.
Dude, it's like I wish I knew how to like control my emotions like I do now, because I would play worse.
Yeah, right. It's
Right.
like a
Like,
double negative.
Yeah, once I'm like really pissed off, I just play worse. So it's like I might as well stop playing if that's how it's gonna be. It's supposed to be fun. And my
Fair.
mom would say that shit to me, but it would just be like in one ear, out the other kind of shit. Like it'd always be like while I'm mad. So like I'm not trying to hear all that.
Fair.
It's like almost it's almost invalidating of the emotion.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be mad right now.
Yeah, something is wrong with you.
Like it's just a game. And
Yeah,
it's like it's not just a game to me. Like
I hear that. My mom would get pretty upset with me. Dude, I think that's why I started like slamming shit into myself, because my mom would get mad when I would yell. So it was just quiet enough to where she didn't hear it.
it's
so
like
I would-
some way to let the anger out.
Dude, yeah. Instead of just turning it off.
Yeah, bro, and it's like
But what else was I gonna do?
right.
That was my mentality about it. Mario 64, bro. I might have raged more at Mario 64 than any other game.
Dude, I feel like
That's only because 120 started though.
Smash was the game I'd rage the hardest on. Dude, 2K would piss me off real bad.
Never really played it. Shocker, right? The guy that never played sports growing up.
But it's really funny because me and Keaton played against Jaden and his brother on Christmas, and it was like close games, and we were just getting hype and fucking talking shit, and
Fair.
I was getting mad like at a certain point.
Dude. Baldur's Gate.
Dude,
That game doesn't piss me off. Sometimes I've seen well, when I was missing with Thornicus, that's probably the most mad I got.
yeah, it's like sometimes you just can't do anything. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but with Baldur's Gate, that's not like a skill problem necessarily.
right.
Maybe you could have picked a different move that's more likely to hit. That's like the most. It's just strategy, but it's like if you miss, if you're really mad, it's like you're just mad at a dice roll. You don't have to be mad at yourself.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, because I would say like that's the biggest thing when it comes to like being competitive. Like Overwatch, what obviously pisses me off when my teammates are being fucking stupid, but like what really pisses me off if I'm like missing my shots.
And it's not your fault. Like whenever
Right? Yeah, it's like what am I gonna do about
the
that?
ground raised barely, so Rez couldn't go over it, so he just hit it. Is
Wait,
that what happened last night? Whenever you used that one move that I was like, what the hell is this? Because you're like raising and you turn black, and then you
Oh
tried
yeah, it showed on my screen that I was gonna do something, and then it did something else, and I was like,
that's happened to you more than I've seen it happen to anyone else.
I was like, okay, well,
like you'll throw a potion right on somebody
it
and
just
it's nothing.
bust all over and doesn't touch anyone.
Nothing, and he's just standing there. It's like, okay.
It's like they're literally laying right there.
Yeah,
They're in the pool. How
I
are
hit
they not
them with
touching
the
it?
bottle.
Dude, what is your guys' favorite thing about Baldur's Gate?
The
Very-
replayability.
Oh,
I think that because I love character creation in any game.
fair.
I love coming up with a new thing that's
Fair.
gonna like do something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the amount of freedom that I get to create the character, come up with names, dude. I think naming them is one of my favorite parts
Naming them is funny.
because it's always like I'll wait until they're built, and then I come up like whatever the first thing that comes to mind is. I just pick that name.
fair.
Because I'm like, okay, that I established that name because of the way they look to me unconsciously.
Dude, I said pompous because Seth used the word pompous like right then, and I was like, all right,
It's
that's
a very
it.
good name for your character.
Yeah, pompous
I think
is-
it's so fitting. It's ironic as shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Honestly, I cannot wait until people see more of us playing Baldur's Gate.
mhm.
Seth, what's your favorite thing about Baldur's Gate?
I think Baldur's Gate has the best turn-based like battle setup
Mm.
Fair.
that I've ever played. It's very
I would agree with that.
Nothing's on a grid. There's vertical and horizontal. Like you can climb up things in the middle of battle.
Like ladders and
Yeah.
shit like that.
True.
The battle arena, the place you're at, the setting is literally just part of the map always.
Yeah,
It's not like it takes you to a whole nother
like for the king.
yeah, or like Pokemon or like
True.
you don't move your character around in Pokemon.
Yeah, once the
During
fight
battle.
starts, you're just there.
Yeah. Same with like a lot of games like Dragon Quest, stuff like that.
Dude, XCOM is like that. But it's like
XCOM is cool.
it's like maps. Like I play the same maps over and over again.
Fair.
But like, yeah, I mean, it's really cool in that game because it's based on the place in the world that you're at. Like, cause it's you're the whole world fighting aliens, and so it'll change the terrain.
Okay.
If you're like in the desert. Sorry
Right.
to cut you off.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's like For the King,
Yeah.
where you're fighting
Changes the terrain of the map.
is based on like the tile you're in or
Yeah.
whatever. And then the fucking the classes, like the leveling up. That's my shit. That's what I get excited for. I'm like, let's go fight something. I really want to go get more experience. I want to get stronger. I want to have a new spell. I've never seen the end of this paladin class. I want to know what they can do. And then I want to fight really big shit with the cool stuff I get.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the stronger we get, the cooler the enemies become because they can be more diverse and
Facts.
do more things and have more character to them. And I mean, it's not to say like early on characters don't have diversity because they do.
Yeah.
But like, dude, think about because I was talking about replayability, bro. Like there's the amount of classes. I think there's like 12.
Oh shit. I think you're right.
And then every class has a subclass. 3 choices for a subclass that you pick. So then there's
the specialization.
Yeah, so then there's like fucking what is that? 36
Yeah, bro.
variations, and then wizard actually gets like 9 choices.
Oh shit.
Because you pick what school of magic you want to be in, and that changes what kind of. Because you'll get like innate spells that you'll just have to cast. You don't like learn them; you just know them because of whatever. Yeah, like there's like all of that, and then each one you level up. You pick different things, so there's like variation in that.
Like feats.
Yeah, like you can do different builds,
Dude.
and then like what we were talking about last night, like subclassing. Like you can go into half and half and see what that builds like. Like I don't know, there's just like infinite possibilities.
That's what I was gonna say. That goes into probably what my favorite thing is, and that's how much freedom you have with your character.
Yeah, bro, you're allowed to be who you want to be, how you want to be.
Yes,
The
bro.
character creation is like it's not the most in depth I've ever seen, but it's plenty.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. There's like 8 faces or something.
Yeah.
It's like
Dude, and there's mods that you can get more.
I would
Fair.
love that. I would love that
That'd be cool.
if
I
it
always-
doesn't mess up the game.
Yeah, I always shied away from mods just because I'm like an achievement whore.
Can I have mods and you don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I've already beat the game on honor mode. I got the achievement. It's like I'd be open. Like I've tried them before. Like there's one that gives you like a fuck ton of hairstyles to choose from, colors
Dude.
to pick. Like
If we download all
Different
the
classes.
ones that help like customizing your character,
Yeah.
I would fucking love
I'd
that.
be down for that. We
We
can do
could-
that next time.
If we could make him look however we want, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because there's some like Sims. Dude, I have a Sims that looks exactly like Noah.
I've seen that.
and I have,
Dude.
dude, Tony Hawk.
Yes, bro.
All I did was make him bald. I kept the face the same, and it was Donnie. And I sent it to Donnie, and he was like, "That looks exactly like me."
Fucking PGA Tour.
Oh yeah.
What the hell is that?
Fucking Tiger Woods. The
Oh,
golf
shit.
game
Yeah.
has an insane like
Golf?
the character creation.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can like turn up meters and down meters for like cheekbone height and cheekbone width and then like your eyes.
Is that like Dead Souls? Dead Souls did that, right?
I don't know. I've never
Bro,
fuck.
in 2K, they implemented this like face scan recognition, and you could scan your face, and it would like make your character
That's cool.
that. and it was like kind of wonky at first, you know. Like I never
insane.
I never played whenever they like had that shit really figured out, but like dude, like that shit was like kind of crazy.
That's one of my favorite parts about games, honestly.
What?
Being able to make them look however I want.
Yeah.
I can just like represent a celebrity if I want, just to like challenge myself.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit.
It's like artistic.
It's like sculpting.
Yeah, you're forming something out of a template.
I would love that. I would make fucking Jim
Dude,
Carrey.
The further we get, the more we can like customize our armor and shit.
Yeah,
That
dude.
shit's cool too.
Yeah, being able to color your armor.
Yeah.
And they're all different pieces, so you can color them however you want. Like, dude, there's just, oh my god, bro, it's freedom. Yeah, it's literally.
And then the fact that there's 3 of us, so then we're just like a trio. I mean, some of us have like what is it called? Shadowheart is your
Companion.
companion. Some of us have
My
companions.
girlfriend.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch is kind of a companion, but no, I think that shit's cool too. How we like find like this chemistry between these 3 random characters. How are they gonna operate together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're allowed to fight each other, right?
Yeah, I've literally like killed you.
Oh,
Seth's
fair.
killed me before.
So it's like if one of us crosses a boundary with the other character, like it could spark turmoil.
You were trying to hit a pole and Shadowheart walked in the way and you hit her instead, and I was like, don't fucking hit my
Bro,
girl.
Yeah.
I forgot about that shit.
Uh,
Let me jump in the water where I belong.
dude, I can throw Noah. I can't throw David. Or I can throw Red.
Oh, wow,
I
that's
can't throw Pompous.
crazy. Oh, you can throw Rez and not Pompous?
Not Pompous.
Wow, that kind of defeats a lot of Rez's points about being such a huge guy, like being bigger than me all the time.
Pompous is
bro.
in here right now.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Dude, that fucking compilation is crazy, though. Wait, what compilation?
Doesn't exist yet.
It's
I
not
might have
real.
mentioned it, but
Nah, I mean, it's a thing. It's
Yeah,
definitely
fair.
in the works.
I see it being very, very well received.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, views-wise, but I think it'll be very well received.
I feel like by the time I get it done, my YouTube's going to be popping.
Fair. I guess
Dude.
just to give an update on...
yeah. So
I can spell iCup.
oh
Can you spell iCup? Wait, why is it EYE?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
boy called.
Yo boy called with 1 L.
Yo boy called.
What were you going to say, Seth?
I think that's the main thing I've been doing is bartending and playing Baldur's Gate. Watching
Fair.
a lot of anime.
There.
Fair.
That's been my life recently. Not a lot of artistic stuff. I think the most recent like burst of artistic creativity I had was the paintings that are on my bedroom wall.
Dude, this.
True, yeah.
Yeah, this is Vision.
Yeah. I like it's like a knack for that. I just
They can't even tell what we're looking at. Hold on.
oh dude, yeah.
Is this going to mess it up?
Probably. It'll be alright. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. It's a vibe in here
Facts.
Yeah.
and we love it.
Wow, dude, that looks great.
Dude, you got Abaddon in there.
Oh, sweet. Is that blurry? Hey.
I think it's scooted forward a little too much.
Oh. Hey-ya!
Try to angle it again.
Oh, am I tripping, bruh? It looks like a good angle.
Well, it's like
The bookshelf is in.
angled this way.
Yeah.
Should I do it like this?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hell yeah. We have tapestries and such. Dude, I haven't really been doing anything on social media. I've kind of been like taking a break from that, at least for days.
How many days?
Like, I mean, I guess I posted once, so like 5 or 6 at this point. But
I mean, you posted on John's.
true, yeah, I've been doing other people's social media. Days himself has kind of been unplugged here recently. He has been. I have not been writing. I have not been making music, but I've been working out a fuck ton. That's pretty much, and eating a lot, and going outside and taking walks a lot.
Yeah.
So I would say that's pretty much what I'm aimed at right now.
You're not really technology heavy right now.
Yeah, kind of getting back into my body because it's getting warm outside. I think it just makes sense.
Yeah.
We had a cookout.
Oh yeah, we did
True.
a cookout too. which was fitting right in with what I've been up to these past 2 weeks. I don't know, unplugging during that weekend and then coming back just sparked something, especially since it's warmer. I think the fact that it's warmer just does something to your psychology.
I agree.
More sunlight
Yeah, more sunlight. It just
Absolutely.
makes me want to get active.
and like resolving situations.
True.
There's a lot of things kind of clicking in place right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I gonna say? I was gonna say I don't know. I guess it's like, how's your guys' activity been since this summer's starting to get closer?
I mean, I would say I'm working out every day with you.
Dude, and you're doing your own shit.
Yeah, or like if I don't end up doing that, I at least do push-ups,
Or walk.
walking a lot.
We hiked.
Walking a lot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm any chance I can really get in the sun,
Fair.
trying to capitalize on that. Getting up earlier than I usually do. Save today. Today was like the first time I got up at like after 11.
Were you up after we went to bed?
Yeah, I mean, I laid there for a little bit and played
Fair.
Fallout Shelter, but like that's usually like a 20-minute endeavor and then just knock out.
Fair.
But I don't know, I was pretty fucked up.
Fair. Did you drink more?
Not after we
Fair.
like I had like two cups, but also like smoking always makes me forget.
Yeah, I get that.
I had a pretty strong drink, and then I went to bed, and then a girl showed up.
That's always nice.
Yeah,
Can't blame ya.
woke me up. Like, just came in the door, woke me up. I was like, oh, hi.
So
Made
you-
it.
Sorry.
No, it was-
So you've been the most social media heavy recently.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say like you stepped away from like doing it all the time, and now I'm the one doing it all the time.
Yeah, something clicked for you for sure.
It's like easy, like what I'm doing, easy.
Fair.
Like what you're doing, it's like editing every single day.
Oh yeah, fair. I hear what you're
I'm
saying.
like literally like I can just get on there, post, because I already did all that. I have it set up for the month.
Did the gazebo videos and all that.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm posting the gazebo video, the second half of the first verse today.
Hell yeah. She got me bridged up. That
This
shit's
isn't the bridge,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah, this isn't the bridge is great. I don't know. Your views seem very healthy compared to say 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So you're doing something that's helping your algorithm a lot.
Dude, YouTube hitting.
Yeah, dude, you're doing something really right on YouTube.
I don't know what the fuck. I think it's like on there, like I'm looking up like a hashtag like not like us. And I know
yeah.
YouTube is just fucking rolling that shit.
Yeah, that hashtag's probably got a lot.
Hashtag Drake, hashtag Kendrick Lamar. Like,
Do you do like hashtag beef or hashtag
No.
rap beef?
nah. I'm just like I'm trying to tap into the things that I know people are like heavy on
Fair.
in that sphere, especially because it's a Drake song.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, if the Kendrick Lamar motherfuckers come over here, they're going to be pissed.
Dude, maybe that's all that it is
Maybe.
that people are commenting. They're Team Kendrick, so
But
they're
even
like, wow.
the guy that was Team Drake was like, you took a great beat and made
Yup.
a trash song. I'm like, bro,
said, all right, bro, thanks.
go away.
Shit pissed me off.
Then don't listen to it. Like, it's like when I think about shit like that, especially with my mentality on like getting mad at video games and shit like that, it's like I just know how to walk away from shit like that. And when people come to my page to tell me that this is pissing them off, I'm like, then turn it off.
It's-
Like
The ratio of love to hate for you is absolutely insane.
it's like 1090.
It's like 1090.
I got one girl to comment and say it was fire. Well, YouTube, I've gotten some pretty solid
Like
compliments.
2080. Fair. That's probably
I don't get a lot of comments on there, but I would say it's a pretty even ratio, damn near.
yeah. I don't know what you would have to change, bro.
I think it's going.
Just keeping doing it.
Yeah, I think the way that I'm getting comments, anyways, and like people viewing it,
Mm.
it's like it's only because if people comment when there's no comments, that's really good because then it creates a safe space for everybody to start commenting.
Fair.
So it's like getting the first comment is important. And
So
then
if-
like if
yeah.
I respond, now people are going to be like, "Oh, he'll probably respond to me." I think like engagement of yourself is really important.
Plaza's doing pretty good with his comments.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to do much.
I agree.
He's already got like something established, I think.
Yeah, like what you were saying though, just like keep
Mhm.
doing it. Yeah, I think if you just keep doing it, dude, and if you keep playing around with your thumbnails the way that you are, and if you keep having the vision of it, and you keep using filters and making it poppy, yeah,
Dude, I think doing the Easter eggs was probably like my favorite part
yeah, that shit's cool.
because it's like I've never really done something like that. I was always like, "Oh, when I get there, I'll do something like that." And it's like,
Yeah,
dude, if I'm never doing it, people can't even latch onto it. I was like, I need a fan base for people to even notice that I'm Easter egging. And it's like, no, if I Easter egg, eventually the people in the fan base will be like, oh, there's an Easter egg here.
yeah. He's leading us to something.
I'm like selling. I'm like planting little seeds.
Dude,
and then
if-
now
yes.
it's like hitting every day. They're like, oh, this is what was going on.
That's a great format because you can get a lot of content from it,
Yeah.
and then also you can pick how much content you want from it. Like you were the one that was like, I want 3 different shots. Or wait, no, you got like 4 or
Yeah,
5.
there's 4.
Yeah, you wanted 4 different shots, and then you can use as much as it that you want because you did the whole song each time.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good game plan.
And it's like the videos are different lengths.
Yeah.
Like the chorus was the whole chorus.
Mm-hmm.
This next one was 17 seconds. It was half the verse. And then the other one's going to be like maybe even shorter. And then it'll be the chorus again. It's a
Fair.
longer video, but not like a minute.
Right.
And then like, I don't know. The way I broke up the second verse is cool because I'm singing differently on that.
Mm.
I don't know. That shit is like, I finally understand, so I'm like having fun.
Having fun is a green flag.
Yeah, like I was always like shying away from social media. I had this like mentality of like I hate social media. I don't want to do it. It'll come eventually, and it's like I just don't have to hate social media. I can use it to my advantage and enjoy it.
Yeah, especially when you can do it any way that you want.
Yeah, because I understand like algorithm.
Yeah.
Like I understand that. First of all, I can make my feed what I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
That puts less of a damper on social media because then it's like, okay, I don't have to look at all the bullshit it's trying to feed me.
True.
And then I understand I get to play with the algorithm that I'm creating,
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
like the thumbnails.
That is not how I thought social media works.
Same. And like the hashtags, like I'm like if people are paying attention, obviously. But what 1111? If people are like looking at the hashtags, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he hashtag Drake, he hashtag Kendrick Lamar,"
Mm-hmm.
even though it's not a Kendrick Lamar song. He hashtag Not Like Us, and it's like then they can see I'm trying to capitalize on the mindless beef.
Well, there's some people that would respect you for doing that. And then of course there's others that are like, what would that be like? Sell out?
I could see it being kind of sellout.
It's like
Esque.
you're trying to latch onto the biggest thing that you can get from this.
Yeah, I'm trying to take clout from the beef.
Right, and it's really funny because there is an aspect of you that has included yourself on the beef because you've made a pretty firm stance. If
Fair.
I agree. I think Drake.
Yeah.
You don't really like Kendrick, and I'm on that same wave. I don't like Drake as much as you do, but I definitely don't like Kendrick as much as you don't like Kendrick. I'm not a huge fan personally.
It's just like he's a good rapper, and I'm not
I
gonna.
think he's gonna be Kanye.
Fair. I don't. He just like doesn't really put himself in the camera.
Fair.
At least as far as I can tell, I don't really see Kendrick Lamar interviews. I don't really see him like in the media. But also, I just think the whole beef was like made up. I just
Yeah,
don't think
like,
they were actually beefing. I think
Their
it
beef was a collaboration.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
It was Coke to Pepsi.
Yeah. It's like they made a bunch of stuff and then dropped it strategically so that they're going back and forth. Their labels probably collaborated on that.
I mean, sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
Kendrick got hella play right there.
Oh my God, bro.
And then it's like the same thing that like Drake like tried to sue his like marketing people or whatever because they were like pushing Kendrick instead of him, which was making Kendrick win.
Right.
And then but that's what he did to Meek Mill. So it's
You
like
sued him?
no, he like his people are the same people that were pushing Meek Mill, but they weren't pushing Meek Mill like they were pushing Drake.
Right.
50 Cent actually pointed that out, and I was like, I mean, yeah, bro, like that's tough.
50 Cent's a funny character. We're at the 50th minute mark too when you said that. That's silly.
But
Quit it.
yeah,
Fair.
I think it's doing me a lot of justice right now.
I hear that. I think that you're doing very well on YouTube and Instagram. I don't. Oh no.
TikTok.
Instagram's the shitty one.
Yeah, Instagram's
TikTok.
like not really doing a whole lot.
Ugh.
I don't know why. I feel like that's usually where my fan base is,
What, on TikTok?
on Instagram.
I was about to say. Like, bro, TikTok hates you.
Yeah, TikTok's where my super fans are at.
Yeah. I need to start posting again because TikTok favors me because I think I hit just any age group. Well, I guess you do too, but not in a PC way.
Yeah.
Oh, he cusses. Foul-mouthed, unchristian, against marriage.
Dude, it's really funny because what TikTok is doing is just showing why censorship doesn't even really work. Like, people are still coming to my page and saying this shit. They've just changed it to TS.
Yeah.
They're still saying it pisses me off, but they're just saying PMO.
Yeah, people that know, which a lot of people do.
Like, I don't understand what is even the point.
You can Google it, and Google will tell you.
Like,
True. You could ask AI. I'm sure AI would just tell you.
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're making barriers that are just people are going to find a way around it. We understand dialect. We understand how to herd together and come up with dialogue that everyone can understand.
What's wrong with shit?
Right.
How is it any more vulgar than poop
Yeah, poop sounds like a vulgar
or
word.
crap?
Dude, not being able to say crazy,
It's crazy. Yeah.
like, that's absurd to me. That's not even considered a cuss word. You can't say crazy.
It's crazy because your account's like flagged. I feel like if I said crazy, or do you ever see comments with crazy? I don't know. I feel like they like look at your comments under a microscope.
Yeah, they've got me. They're like,
But this guy, yeah, we found him. Watch this guy.
I don't know. But I think and I think it's shifting, honestly.
Yeah, dude. I mean, your algorithm's more favorable.
Well, I was just talking about like censorship in general.
Oh, fair.
Like, I think Charlie Kirk is pushing that agenda. I think Tate was pushing
Elon.
that agenda. Elon, Trump. Like,
There's a lot of people on that side.
it's becoming bigger. And eventually, I just see us straying away from that because it's not good. It's not healthy.
Fair. Do you feel like it'll like be too extreme on the other end?
I'm sure at one point it will.
Yeah.
It's like inevitable. I think people can't handle it being on their side.
Fair. It's when we were talking about everybody's heard this, but the strong men create good times, good
Mhm.
times create weak men. And then you agreed that we're in a time of weak people creating strong people.
Yeah.
Or good times. Oh no, sorry, bad times creating strong people.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing about this time? Is it money? Cost of living?
Control.
Yeah, I was going to say power.
Power dynamic?
Yeah. It's very lopsided.
Fair. Who has the power?
People with money.
Yeah.
Like how much of them, like what, the top percent, like 10, have everything?
Yeah, I mean, the majority of money is in the hands of people who have the most. So they have more than the vast majority combined. Like there's people who like Jeff Bezos, for example, has in the high tens of billions of dollars.
Mhm.
Like,
Even though his wife got half, I think.
yeah, I don't know if
Good thing he married.
I don't know if
For
it's
her.
over 100. Or Elon Musk, he's got in the high tens of billions of dollars, and to make $1 billion working at, for example, a restaurant, if you made like $100 a day serving tables 5 days a week, it would take
More than a lifetime?
more than thousands of years. It'd be like maybe tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
And that's like the gauge right now,
Right. And
or the teeter-totter.
right. So the majority of people, like a good 80% of people at the jobs they're at right now, could never even scratch the surface of the money that he's made.
Is that on us?
Who's us?
Yeah,
like
like
the mass majority.
The 80%.
Like, is it that we'll just keep doing it and then?
I mean, it definitely requires the majority of people to support a system that doesn't allow that.
It's like if we want restaurants to keep going, we just have to do that and take the lesser pay.
Right.
But that would take literally all of society being like, okay, yeah, fuck working anywhere until this system crumbles down and we can rebuild a different one.
I mean, yeah, that is at least a solution.
That might be the one that happens. I don't know.
It's like, but it would have to be like, I would imagine, like, let's say, for example, like every single Red Lobster in Indiana would have to just go on strike at the same time. Be like, all right, fuck this, we're not working.
Yeah.
And then the guy at Red Lobster, whoever it is, would have to go to Indiana and be like, what the fuck's going on? And if whatever problem doesn't get solved, to make them not be having all of the power over this entity that hundreds and hundreds of people are holding up for them,
True.
then if that doesn't get solved there, then it needs to go over to the next day. All those people need to go over the next day and be like, don't work at Red Lobster. We need to shut this shit down.
Yeah, and then Red Lobster would literally have no net of anything to fall on.
It's like if enough states did that, it would go under.
Yeah, and then other businesses would probably be shaking in their boots.
Right. It's like
And this isn't just Red Lobster. This is fucking
any restaurant.
Yeah, Domino's,
this is the system at hand
Kroger.
that's placing
Right.
the person at the top of all these places, Red Lobster, McDonald's, all of it, Walmart, fucking everything, has
I need water.
Not allowed.
is being compensated at a rate that is vastly different from the people working at that place. Like the dude at the top of Walmart, it's actually I think a family, are paying their workers a fraction of a percent of what they get paid. So the people who are actually making Walmart function day to day are not being compensated. While the people who simply have a claim over the ownership of it. Who get to say, yeah, all these Walmarts, which employ literally over 1 million people, they're all mine, and I'm going to take the vast majority of the money from them, regardless of how much work I'm putting into them at an actual like ground level basis.
Yeah, it's like ego of like, I started it, so I'm deserved. I'm owed all of it.
It's like they pissed on it, so it's theirs.
Right.
But what do you think that they would do if literally like a community of like states of people decided to walk out or quit on the same day?
I mean, there is a history of that, and it works. It's just
how does the company respond?
Typically, it is very harsh.
From the company?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like punishment type shit?
Like, they will hire new people. They will hire security guards to come pepper spray and shit like that. Like, the people on strike, there are people who have died on strike. It's damn near like a war. And everyone has to join or the companies win. But if everyone joins, the companies lose.
Damn, so it's all about, I mean, obviously, but pawns?
It's a million pawns against a few kings. Like,
It's just like literally everyone has to participate.
And that's what, I mean, it's unions.
Right.
Unions,
No.
unionized workplaces typically have a better ratio of compensation and an easier pathway to upward mobility in the company. Like, you can become a department leader and a manager and et cetera, because the union is all the workers together have a contract with the owner. So the owner can't violate that contract, or all the workers have signed a contract agreeing to go on strike.
Oh.
If the union goes on strike, you're not allowed to go work. You are on strike now.
Okay.
So
It
creates a balance of power in a way.
Yeah. It reminds me kind of whenever I talk to Chris Schlater about like what's the next thing that I can do, because I was a GM for like 8 months. I was like, okay, so what's like the next thing? He was like, I mean, you could become an OA coach. Like, he didn't really know what to tell me. He pretty much was like, okay, you're either a GM or you have enough money to start purchasing stores yourself, which is probably going to take years, even if you're a GM, or a loan that you're going to have to pay back for 20 years.
Bill was making $100,000 a year.
Is that enough to like buy and maintain your own store?
You could buy you could buy Richmond East for like
Richmond East, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to.
It's like, think about how much it makes in a week, and if you double that, you can probably buy that store for that much.
Fair, but yeah, I think they give a low ceiling to keep you down.
Right. They don't want you to get out of the GM position because then they have to get somebody else. They have to trick someone else into it.
Yup.
And that's a process.
How the fuck are we going to find somebody else who works 80 hours a week? They don't just fall from the sky.
Right.
Dude, I think being a one-store franchise owner would be pretty easy.
Would you be running it?
Yeah, you could be the GM.
So you're making the money.
You would have
There's nobody above you to give that money to. Like,
right.
You pay your franchise fees to fucking Domino's, but then you're the GM. You don't have to pay a GM.
Right.
Fair.
So then you can set wages that are decent so that people are actually, like, enjoying their job. You can be the leader in the store that's making them enjoy their job.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be pretty easy. If you could actually buy Richmond East, you could make Richmond East really successful because you don't have any other stores to worry about.
Dude, if you own the store and you like were the GM or whatever, could you just be like, fuck the uniform?
You might have to pay more franchise fees or something. It depends on your contract with Domino's. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the Domino's rules are but I think they were going for a vote from the franchises. Or no, Chris Schlater is on the board with Domino's, and he was asking the GMs how he should vote. Because Domino's was putting it to a vote on their board of like how they were going to handle the dress code exactly. And he was like, I'm just going to let you guys decide. Like, you guys vote, and however this vote goes, I'll vote exactly that way.
I respect that if that's what he was actually going to do.
Yeah. Totally agree. He brought like 4 people up to the front as examples of what the dress code could be. And it was like, we could have, they have to have a Domino's hat on, but they can just wear anything as long as it's not too offensive. Jeans, whatever. They can have hat and a shirt, but they can wear jeans or whatever pants they want now. They can have the full uniform like we've had it. And then there was one where it was like, you don't even have to have the hat on. And it was like, you just tell us what you think. And we voted for full uniform.
I remember you guys telling me that. That's just fucking stupid.
That is funny.
Dude, they all had such an ego about it.
The GMs want the uniform. So they can't even put it on Domino's anymore. It's not, it's just the Domino's rule. No. You fucking voted for it.
Chris is a manipulator.
I think if we had voted for, I won't say that nothing about the way he said, his tone and his voice might have like indicated that he thinks we should go for more uniform.
Yeah.
And then afterward, he's like, but you guys can do whatever you want.
Yes, yeah. I don't even care.
I'll vote for whatever you guys say.
Yeah,
Literally, he was going to go to the board and vote for whatever we voted for.
Yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that side of Chris.
Yeah.
But I think he tries to finesse.
You can have the P&L bonus, or you can have this
Yeah, he would do that.
metric bonus.
Yes, bro. And he knew exactly what he was doing. I don't know. Seeing the ins and outs of that's told me a lot about corporations and how they work. Schemes.
Yeah.
Would you agree it's all just a scheme?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because the system we are in is whoever figures out the best scheme to get the most money wins.
Gatekeeping. Do you know that term?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think 40% of the population is gate kept from wealth.
Fair. I would have guessed more, but I really don't know.
Like from success, they can't. They're paycheck to paycheck. They can't save any money.
They're out of money as soon as they get paid.
Yeah, it's like it's either as expensive or more expensive to live than what they make.
Fair. So yeah, literally, there's a ceiling.
Because then if you don't get out,
Yeah, and
You're
then,
in debt
you'll
forever.
be there.
and then
forever.
TikTok brain.
Yeah.
TikTok is like a pill. It's like you don't have to worry about your life for however long. I've caught myself like 2-hour doom scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of those moments.
It's like boredom.
Yeah, is that like our antidepressant?
Yes.
Which is our depressant?
Yeah. It's like it's an easy trap. Stimulating.
Yeah, so they keep us down with wages and expenses, and then give us TikTok and fucking fast food.
What's the
and-
solution?
to all of this?
Like on an individual level without the whole world changing? Like, is there a way out?
I'm gonna be biased. I think what we're doing, even though we're still here technically.
I mean, I think understanding what's going on is the
Yeah.
first step.
Being aware.
Like figuring out how to utilize the internet to your advantage instead of letting it suck all the life out of you.
Dude, you could save up every dime you have. You can eat nothing but rice for 10 years, buy a Domino's franchise. And you could be a really shrewd franchise owner.
Dude, shrewd. Brainstorming.
Yeah.
Brainstorming.
While it's storming outside.
Yeah, if you're doing it right. I mean, brainstorming is brainstorming in one aspect, but if you can't see all the variables, it's more difficult to brainstorm. I think
taking notes.
yes. I think all three of us are looking more at things, looking differently at things. Like whenever we were thinking about things to sell, we started looking around the room. It's like, okay, what have we bought? What do we have?
Mm-hmm.
What did we think was good enough to have in our house?
Mm-hmm.
Other people must think that too.
What skills could we provide to
Absolutely.
make some kind of transaction?
Dude, knowing your value,
Yeah.
I think that's another way.
What can you make yourself?
Yeah.
What are your skills? What have you always been good at?
And
What do
if-
you know?
If you feel like you can't make anything, find something that you enjoy making
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
and then just get good at that.
What would you want to buy that you could figure out how to make yourself?
Yeah.
Like if you like to paint, making a canvas isn't that hard. It does take some time to figure it out, but you could probably, for pretty cheap and with not a lot of effort, you could figure something like that out, like how to make a canvas.
Sell hoodies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to make a hoodie, but I know how to make art that I can print on a hoodie.
That is value.
That takes a plain hoodie and gives it the value of this unique art. And a lot of people like artistic value.
Being able to build a website, being able to
Yeah.
do all the copywriting, being able to act out things or voice act or record or get the right shots or get the right lighting. Like,
Learn how to be in front of the camera.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Learn how to look good in front of the camera.
True.
Anything you're wanting to sell, it's easier to sell it when you're making a human contact. So right now, if anyone's watching this podcast, this is us in front of the camera, able to talk to them with our own voice and inflect and sell our personality.
Facts. And there's no one like above us barking down our throats telling us what we can and can't say.
True. I mean, we had to spend money on a lot of things like these microphones and all that.
True, there's an investment for sure.
I'm not saying to not have an income outside of your hobbies. You might have to have that at first, at least, just to keep yourself going. But don't get caught up. Your purpose in life is not McDonald's.
Facts.
You can
Yeah.
work at McDonald's for now, but
Have a goal after that.
don't be afraid to get fired.
Right.
Don't be afraid to get written up. It's okay. Literally, it's okay. It's so scary when you're not used to having a job and when you're not used to getting written up and you're not used to the potential of you might quit tomorrow if things don't go your way. You have to be willing to take your way because McDonald's isn't your purpose in life. You're there almost on a favor. It's like, yeah, you're just agreeing to work there right now because they'll give you some money and you're able to do what they need you to do. But once you're able to do what you want to do for people and they'll pay you to do it, McDonald's is going to go away. You don't need to work there anymore.
And you'll make more.
So never
Yeah.
get so caught up in McDonald's as this short-term solution for money that you would sacrifice what you need to keep going on your actual journey to keep going to McDonald's.
Dude, saying like not being scared to get written up, not being scared to like get fired,
Mm-hmm.
I think is like really important.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's the conversation about like health being a priority. Like, don't go to work if you're sick. It doesn't matter if they're gonna write you up because that's not important.
Even if it's your mental,
Right.
you can stay home.
Yeah, I've literally called in to work just because I'm mentally like not gonna be good there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I need to stay home and focus on that instead of just giving them my everything because I might get in trouble. Because honestly, human to human being should understand that health is important to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I would hope they understand that none of us are there to fulfill our purpose in life if it's a place like McDonald's.
Right.
And that I'm calling in because I'm not going to sacrifice my health, my mental well-being, or my purpose in life for McDonald's.
Right. They wouldn't do that for you.
Right, McDonald's, the people higher up in McDonald's, that's their purpose in life. So they're going to do everything for their purpose in life, including threaten me to be written up or whatever it is, because that's keeping their purpose in life going. I get that, but their purpose in life is not my purpose in life, so I'm okay with them writing me up or firing me or whatever. That's fine. They're doing what they got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's less like entangled.
Yeah.
Like they own you.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is what they want you to think.
Right. They legit want it to feel like they are in charge of everything about your life so that you are scared to let them go. It's like toxic. It's
Fucking marinara, bro.
fucking
Because that serves their purpose.
Right.
That's what they need. That's the only way to keep a restaurant like that going. Because none of the people working actually at the restaurant, none of them are actually fulfilling their purpose in life.
yeah.
So the only way to keep them there is to scare them.
If there was someone that worked at one of those places and they asked, like if you said something like invest in yourself, and like, what do you mean? How do I invest in myself?
A lot of it is knowledge and skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about what you would want to be doing instead. Like, you've seen, maybe you have somebody that's inspired you, like, wow, you really like race car drivers, or fucking you really like sculptors or whatever, and you just wonder how the hell do they do that? How the hell do they do this thing that you really like? Figure it out. Study it.
YouTube University.
Try it.
Facts. YouTube University is real.
You're
It's
going to
like-
be bad at first.
True.
Almost anything you do, you're going to be not as good as you could be later. So just keep trying it. Figure it out. Come up with your own way. Maybe you do it a different way than anyone's ever done it. Just keep trying it, because even if you spent your whole life trying and never got to where you wanted to be, that's still, you pursued your purpose.
Dude, I was thinking about something the other day. Like, obviously a lot of, like, things are coming up about my family and, like, the dynamics in my life. But, like, when I draw, while I'm getting the outline of the shape, I'll, like, go in strokes instead of, like, taking the line all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to, like, line up perfectly, like, the exact shape that I'm trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go in and I'll erase a line down, like.
Oh, I see. That's
so
cool.
it's like a fine line, and then I'll draw over it. It's almost
Mhm.
like having something to trace on.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're sculpting.
yeah,
You're sculpting it out. You're finding the exact spot where the line should be.
and dude, my mom would be like, "Don't draw like that." And I'm just like, why?
That's one way to
It's
put it.
because she didn't do it that way.
Oh yeah, it's like the one trick.
Like she's a really good artist,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "That's not how I do it. That's not how it works." It's like, that's not true.
Fair.
Yeah, different people have different techniques.
Right. And that's you saying, like, maybe you'll find your own way. That just reminded me of that.
Right.
But
It's like, if you find a way to make a drawing that you are proud of, it doesn't matter how you did it. The fact that you did it and you're proud of it,
Right.
is all that matters.
right.
I think looking for your strengths is big too. Either what you're good at or what you're just pulled to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What those things are.
It's your calling.
Yeah, I believe in stuff like that. There are some things that you are either built or you like, and I think that you can get good at it if you keep trying.
Yeah, no matter what it is, you can be good at it.
Like, I like cooking. And I wasn't that good at it at first, but I've been cooking since I was like 10 years old.
Fair.
Started with mac and cheese, like easy stuff, but I've just always I almost like being the person that made my own food,
Fair.
because I can do it exactly how I like it.
I get that.
And then I had to figure out how to, because there's been times where I've eaten something like a steak or whatever. The first steak I ever cooked was not how I like it.
How old were you?
Probably like 17 or 18.
That is crazy, bro. I knew how to cook pizza
Dude, yeah.
when
same.
I was 17 or 18.
I knew how to turn the oven on.
Yeah, that was me. My mom freaked me out about cooking, though. First time I ever cooked, she was a nervous wreck.
Fair.
I called her like 6 times making a 15-minute pizza. I was like, all right, it beeped. Is it preheated? She was like, I don't know. Open it. And does it feel hot? I'm like, I don't know how hot is hot. And she's like, I was just freaking the fuck out about cooking a Tostitos pizza. But yeah, that was like, but now I know how to cook a lot of shit.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I appreciate
And I
that.
bet,
That shit's
I don't know
dope.
if you've ever cooked a steak.
I have not.
I don't think you'd have any issue.
Fair.
I feel like you
It
can
seems
figure it
reminiscent
out.
of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the same
very
thing.
similar.
Probably just takes longer, push down more.
You don't need to
Season it.
push it down at all.
Ever?
No.
Do you steam it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You also there's techniques.
A technique.
Depends. Like Gordon Ramsay would tell you, the best way to do it is to cook it in olive oil, a little bit of olive oil. You let the pan get hot on the heat, flat, and then you tilt the pan so the olive oil pools, and you scoop a spoon and flick the olive oil up on top of the steak to keep the top of the steak hot and seal it from letting too much of its moisture out, because you don't want the steak to be dry.
Fair. Okay.
And then you flip the steak, and you keep doing that on the other side too, because you're keeping the whole steak. You're getting the center hot.
Yeah. Fair.
And then at the very end, you dollop some butter in there, and you let it melt in the olive oil, and then you scoop it. You're finishing it in butter, and
Okay.
it's like, I like it that way.
I mean, yeah, it sounds delicious.
Fire, bro.
It's just, it
Dude.
feels like a chemistry
Garlic
set.
butter.
Garlic butter.
Garlic butter.
Finished in
hello.
garlic butter. That
Dude,
shit
salt and
is
pepper.
delicious
It's kind of feminine.
and not
bro.
feminine.
Yeah. Dude, it does. It feels like a chemistry set. I'm very interested in cooking because I'm like noticing the steam.
The
and, like,
science.
yeah, it's like, oh, you put the lid on it so the steam can't escape. So now it's cooking the top as well. Or
Yeah.
at least more than it was.
It's getting hot all the way
Yeah,
around.
now it's like the whole thing is brown before I even flip it. I'm like, that's fascinating. Okay, that's cool.
Dude, I want to talk about like singing.
Oh?
Most people think they can't sing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
It's
hear
like
you.
if you just try and try and try, you'll figure your own voice out. It's not going to sound like fucking Mariah Carey or Adam Levine
Bruno
or
Mars.
Bruno Mars or whoever the fuck you like to listen to sing.
Yeah.
It'll sound like you.
Using your voice evolves. It's like thinking
Yeah.
your voice is always going to crack when you're 14. Like,
Right.
you're going to grow up and your voice is going to change, and that comes from using it
Right.
and it developing over
Smoking.
time. Yeah, definitely what you do to your
Dude.
voice matters for sure.
I think I have more rasp available to me because I smoke.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. I don't know if
I've-
it's a good or a bad thing.
I feel like that's like a lot of where my singing comes from.
Did you guys want to light up? The,
I'm not scared if that's the. Well, we didn't even finish the other one.
Especially the like
It's
pop
not
punk
too-
stuff.
Fair enough.
It's like
It'll
very
be-
rasp.
Yes, bro. The bridge.
Yeah.
I used to be in a metal band, and screaming
Fair. Oh my
adds
god,
to
bro.
my. It's like I kind of have a very smooth voice in a lot of ways,
Mm-hmm.
but I have like control over being able to add some rasp.
Dude, it's like
Guttural.
at the end of that feeling, your verse.
yeah. It's like
Yeah, dude.
That shit
Dude,
is
whenever
fire.
you guys were teaching me about diaphragm and like how you can sing like that, when I was doing it, it felt like an ab workout.
Yeah.
It felt like I was doing crunches.
Yeah, and like the more you do it, the more it one will just happen naturally, like
Yes.
unconsciously, and then two, like you'll be able to feel when you're using it, like or what you need to do to use it.
it's like a bagpipe.
I've never played a bagpipe.
You have a big pocket of air in here, and you have the ability to, because a bagpipe they blow into the thing, the bag, and it fills up, and they squeeze it with their arm to blow it out the pipe.
Compression?
It's compression.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
you have a muscle that can push on your lungs under here, and it's pushing the air out, and then you also have the ability to tighten your throat to change how the air sounds when it's coming out.
Okay. So then what is like a tone? Is that just your voice like do you compress to make tone? Like
yeah.
ah
Yeah, you like tighten and
Okay.
also you lengthen your larynx or shorten it. So there's the tightness around the side, but there's also how do you put it? You know how on a guitar?
What?
On a guitar,
on a guitar.
you could put your finger on the string and move it up and down the string to
Yeah.
change the tone. That's your larynx. It's pressed against your vocal folds, and as you go higher, it's sliding up to shorten the length of active vocal fold. And then when you go lower, it goes down here because it's like a guitar. It's literally sliding up and down
Fair.
the string of your voice.
What in the fuck? Fair. Keyboard. I like keyboard. Keyboard's interesting. That's the only instrument that I've ever given more than like 10 hours. I bet I don't have 10 hours on a guitar in my entire life.
I was about to pass the mic.
But I really appreciate keyboard. I want an organ. Organs are dope. Bro, me and him were watching a video about ukulele. Fair.
An electric piano would be really good because you would have an organ setting.
Fair. I want like the 3 layers. I want like I should
Fair.
shit up here and down here. That
Yeah.
shit's insane.
A real organ takes up an entire building.
Right. For Christ.
It's like an
Yeah.
organ is 3 times the size of this room.
Why was the organ given like the divine instrument? Like why does it represent church?
Sounds like a voice.
Okay.
Sounds like the choir. Sounds like a human voice. One person can have a whole choir of angels singing.
Sounds like a hum.
Yeah.
Fair. I never thought about that. Very
And
thick
it's not
one.
like a drum.
Because it's like coming out this huge ass tube.
I
so it
think
sounds deep.
It's
Yeah.
super dramatic.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like,
It sounds crazy, bro.
yeah. Like funerals.
You can make it sound like God's voice.
Fair.
I think it just made people feel something.
I mean, I agree. When I was watching that one chick play the organ, I was like, oh, shit, okay. This is crazy. But I also was thinking that whenever somebody was playing the steel what is it? The fuck is
Yeah,
that thing?
the steel drums.
Steel
Is it just
drums are
one steel
crazy.
drum? Do you know what that is? Like where it has like the crevice in it,
Yeah.
and it's like ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding. Dude, those look cool as
Steel
fuck.
drums are nuts.
I would play one. Dude, a studio?
Yeah, I can't wait to have a studio again.
I'm like thinking of if I had my own studio, what would I want it to look like? I definitely want keyboards.
Drum set.
Drum set would be cool. I don't know how much I would use it. Well, I guess if recording is just like a click of a button and everything's gonna sound fine.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, you would never have to take it down.
Yeah, everything's set up.
Every drum would have a mic on it.
Different drum sets for different genres.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'd probably have like a smoke room or something if I could really have it exactly how I wanted it.
Temperature control.
Yeah, bro,
Humid-
big ass speakers to play
humidity
whatever
control.
music.
I'm good.
I could just play Plaza in there with like some LED lights like this all
Yeah.
over the
I
place.
want a big screen that I can like
I'll hit it one more.
play like visualizers on. I fuck with having like just shit on in the background. Like I like turning my lights off in my room and then turning this light on,
Dude,
and then I'll play like a random visualizer on YouTube.
a party room?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, have you guys ever seen like that? I think they did it in the 70s where they would have a piece, the middle part of the room sunken in for a huge ass circular sofa. I don't remember what those are called, but those things are fucking cool, bro.
I don't know what that would be called, but I would love it.
Yeah, that should be dope.
Put a fucking fireplace, a circular fireplace with a chimney above it in the middle.
Bro, this place would be decked the fuck out. And then we like are going out wherever we are. And we invite people back.
Yeah, it'd be a vibe to come back
Dude.
to.
And we could make music right there if we really wanted to, or we could just listen to music. Party room,
Should be fire.
mini fridge with alcohol. Pre-rolled cones. Our cone roller, Packer
Dude,
boy.
Snoop Dogg pays a guy to roll his blunts.
Yeah, that's what made me think of that.
It's like, dude, I could have been that guy.
So this is gonna be like, this is probably more of a guys call question, but if the guys had a staff, what would they be doing?
Oh,
How many
man.
people do you think we would want/need
Oh man.
if everything was set in place? Would you want fucking the H3 setup where he's got 36 fucking people in the room with him?
Like
I
long
think-
term, I wouldn't hate that.
It seems excessive, but maybe I'm too fucking pretentious. I don't know.
think if everyone's making great money, why not?
Yeah.
I hear that. So a big team is
See, I think it gives you more freedom.
fair enough.
You can like do anything because you have a bunch of people that are there to help.
Dude, I would interview people for the guys. That would be crazy.
I feel like that's what we did when we had guests on.
Dude, like
Fair.
having like somebody manning cameras,
Yeah.
somebody like with headphones on that can hear everything, and they're adjusting voice, like they're doing volume, they're doing
Be
like
fucking lit.
Somebody
bro.
that can change the scene.
lighting.
Yeah,
shit.
change the camera on who's
Yeah.
talking and
Right.
zoom in and out.
Like we don't have to think about any of it.
Yes,
We can
bro.
just do the pod.
Job is to do that.
Mics
yeah.
are set up. We have somebody that'll tear down the mics whenever we're done.
You know, I think Noah likes video editing a lot, but we could have video editors. We could have social media team. We
I
could-
really appreciate video editing, but I'd be lying if I said if I could teach somebody to do what I'm doing as often as I do it, I'd probably find something else to do.
See, that's the thing. I think we'd work with them, and like we have a vision,
Yeah.
and they would.
They're making it more efficient.
Right, they're carrying out a vision.
Yeah, I mean, I like I feel like short form. I don't know, dude.
Hmm.
I like video editing,
Mm.
but I'm like trying to think like if I was like gonna do a music video, would I be the one that edits it?
I could see you having a lot of input
Fair.
about how you want the final result to look. I think they would bring you almost like drafts of the video, and you would be like, well, this part, we could do this. And they'd go do that.
Fair. I'm just like, what else would I do? I guess.
You could like communicate the vision, and you're going to star in the video, but you get to go party after that. Like
I could see
Fair.
you. I could see you critiquing what they sent you, and you'd be like, "I like all of it, but this part,
yeah.
can you do this instead?" Like, I could see you doing that.
But they,
Fair.
you know, they go through 3 phases of editing, and then we get a final product, and somebody else posts it.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can get
Somebody,
on a comment.
10 burner
and-
accounts,
Yeah,
posting
I mean,
10 clips at once from 10 different
Dude,
accounts.
I'm excited to post the pods twice to see what happens.
It'll be 3 times.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on days.
shit, maybe
Fair.
maybe I'll post it.
Dude, I mean, if that is the play, I would have never guessed that. I suppose it makes sense when you think about it, but
I don't see how it could hurt.
Yeah, I mean at this
Yeah.
point, watching fucking Die with a Smile
yes.
on
Post it every
multiple
week.
different accounts, and even if Bruno and all of his team aren't doing that,
Yeah.
because one of the videos kind of sucks, and then it has
Yeah.
something random at the end, bro. If we own all the content,
Yeah.
I don't think that there's anything against that.
I don't think so either. Unless YouTube starts like double selecting videos and like disactivating them. I don't know if you. No, there's no way because Die with a Smile. Well, they changed it a little bit. So maybe. I don't know.
Right, but that's like for copyright sake.
True. That's a good
Well,
point.
that actually might hit us.
But if I change the volume slightly or I put a filter on it with 1% or something.
it's copyright because whoever's posting the video doesn't own Die with a Smile, but we own the podcast.
True.
Right,
That's a good
but if we post it on like the Vanilla Boy and it has copyright on, and then another profile posts the exact same video, it'll strike it as copyright.
I could put an effect on.
Do
the
you think that
video.
gives you the option to like let it pass through if somebody copyrights your content?
Oh, like warns you?
Like if he posts it
I
and
see.
he's got copyright on, and then someone else posts it, is it going to give him the option to be like,
That's
they're
fine.
allowed
Yeah.
to give them the rights?
Dude, if that's the play,
I mean, I think it's worth a
absolutely.
shot.
Yeah, I agree.
Because,
Yeah,
I
for-
mean, to be honest, it is technically everybody's content, but it's like a conglomerate.
Oh, define.
Like a
Mashing?
An amalgam.
yeah,
An
like,
amalgam.
like it's all together. It's like multiple things coming together.
Dude,
for,
fantastic. Okay.
We're just pulling words out.
Bro, you know that that's been one of the today's words?
Amalgam.
Amalgam.
Yes.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
But it's technically all of our content, but it's also the guys' content. It's like why we posted on the guys and on all of our personal accounts
I
on
had
social media.
I had an interesting idea in the middle of this. I don't know if you guys would be for or against this. Given what you just said, I don't think you will be. What if I took like clips of mainly me in these, and obviously if you guys say stuff, I'll put it in there. And I just posted on Days. That's like a Days thing. Days said this, or would that be pulling from the guys? So instead of just 4 clips on the guys or 5 clips, however many we're going to be doing, going up on the guys every week, Days gets some clips too, just because it's me talking.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would think about that.
I mean, if you want to make, the only thing that I would say about that is when we're collaborating, it's going on your profile.
Fair.
So it's like if you want to make a clip of just you talking and it goes on the guys, it just collaborates
That's
and
fair.
gets on your profile.
That's
But
fair. Yeah, I was just thinking about Days just because I haven't been fucking posting on there.
fair.
But to be fair, neither has the guys.
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of we're resetting.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's just like a lot of shit has happened, so we needed some time to just let everything like settle, figure everything out, and then just reset.
Yeah, a lot of shit was changing.
Yeah.
Fresh start.
Yeah.
Fresh start.
I'm appreciative of it.
Yeah, it definitely feels different.
So we're doing another one next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna do like? You said you wanted to do a video ahead of this one.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like clips?
You said you wanted to post a video ahead of the time for this podcast.
Oh, noon. Is that what you're talking about? The
Like
video
an
that he was supposed to
announcement or something like.
No,
I don't know what kind of video you wanted to post.
I was just talking about making a clip, like
Oh, fair. I thought you were like.
talking about what was going on.
Oh, I didn't post the video.
Oh, my video.
That's
Oh,
what I thought he was
okay,
talking about.
okay.
At
Yeah,
noon, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, everything's
I
connecting.
was like,
now.
what the hell's happening here?
I didn't thought we were posting something for the podcast.
No. I meant a die trying video because I've been posting them all at noon.
I wasn't even thinking about that, though.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, I guess the clips are just gonna,
Yeah.
in my mind, were the things that were gonna let everybody know what's going on.
Fair. I think the clips will be fun.
Yeah.
They'll be different.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but also this is episode 1.
Right.
Dude. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Dude, who are we? Well, we're the guys, but who are?
I'm Seth A.M.
Thank you.
I'm the Vanella boy spelled with an E, not an I.
Days Productions.
Thanks for watching.
You should use this face of me.